Alright guys, I got the Manker MC11 in neutral white color. With this light, it's a 18650 battery. The max output is 1300 lumens, and it's a pretty small light. I like it. I mean, it's I really like the interface on it because there's a big dumb switch on the end of it. So you can go straight into whatever mode you put it on, and it will even remember strobe mode. If for whatever reason you need on and off strobe, put it in strobe, click the button, turns on. And then you got a selection switch that changes your light output, and that's it. There's no USB charging port. It does come with a battery that has a USB charging port on it, and it's a 2600, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it's a 2600 milliamp hour, 3.6 volt, 18650 battery, and it's got a charging port on there and two little lights on the end of it that light up when you charge it. So with this light, you get the box, you get the wrist lanyard, you get a charging cable, short charging cable, the battery, and the light. And this is like it was like $35 and change. So we're talking about a $36 light that is very compact, and it runs on an 18650 and puts out 1300 lumens. It's more of a floodlight. I really like it. Alright, this thing is IPX8 waterproof, or water resistant. It's got a 2 meter impact resistance, 155 meter beam distance. This is not a distance light. It is good for flood. It's good for if you're not looking, just for up close. If you're going to carry a firearm and you want to illuminate anything near you, or just walk your dog at night, something like that, that's acceptable. This is not for distance. 155 meters is the max output on this. 1300 lumens. It says here's some of the run times. So what's interesting on this light is you can change the output level on the moonlight mode. We'll get into that in a minute. But it says it'll run 200 hours on moonlight mode, 29 hours on low, 28 lumens, 7.5 hours on 160 lumens, and 3 hours on 450 lumens. And then you get a minute and a half on 1300, and then for heat it goes down to 550 for 2.3 hours. And strobe is 1300 lumens with no time listed. So let's get into it. Alright, so this thing is interesting. So you got off, and you got on and off. You do have momentary, and you have it's instant. So I've had some that where you just bump them and they don't come on. This one comes on. It's momentary. Click on, click off, and it remembers whatever mode you put it in last. So I can click it down and go down in mode, and it's going to remember that mode when I turn it on and off. It will even remember the strobe mode. If you hold it down, you get strobe. I can turn that off and then get strobe when I do momentary and click it on and off. So yeah, you can turn it on and off and have the strobe. It remembers every mode you put it in. So alright, so when you turn this on, you're in turbo. It's 1300 lumens. That's the mode I leave it in. It'll go down to 550 after a minute and a half. But you can bump it down to high, which is 450 lumens. Then you go down in the middle level, it's 160. Then to low, it's the 28 lumens. And then you can go down to moonlight, which is 0.1 lumens through 0.5 lumens. There's an engineering mode that you can go into on this light, and it will allow you to adjust that lumen output to whatever you want it to be. So I keep it on the half a lumen because, well, that's what I want, and I haven't decided I need to go any lower than that yet. But it will remember whatever mode you put it in. So let's get into engineering mode. So if you have it on and you hit it 4 times really fast, it goes in the lowest mode, and then you can click it and it changes the modes. It's really hard to tell, but it changes the modes. See that? I'm down on my lowest, then I'm bumping up and bumping up. And the way you set it is you turn it off and leave it off for just a second. And when I turn it back on, it's no longer in engineering mode, and it will go back to whatever mode it was in whenever I hit it those 4 times to go into engineering mode. So it's interesting. So for $35 you get a light. So just for reference, this is the M2R Warrior from Olight. I've got a video on that light, and just for reference, the size in the two, I'm always looking for smaller, and these are pretty comparable. I mean, for this light, it has a special way where you can do 1500 lumens or 1000 lumens for turbo mode, and I'll leave it in 1000 lumens because I want to be able to push the button, click the light on, and it stay on. And to do that, I have to have it in 1000 lumens. So because they're a different lighting level, this is the neutral white, and that's the cool white. It's hard to compare them side by side brightness wise, but this one's smaller. I mean, so we're talking about the clip, everything is smaller, and I get the switch on the end of this one that I want. But I mean, this one's a $35 light. This one's a $100 light. They both have 2 switches, right? This one is rechargeable. This one is not rechargeable. You got to take the battery out to charge it. And even if you put that little USB recharging port on the battery, to me, you're still taking the battery out to recharge the light. It doesn't matter to me if you can hook it up or put it in a charger, because I have chargers and I have the USB cable. I can do either one. It doesn't matter. I don't want to. I want to walk up and put my light on a charger. I don't want to have to take the battery out of it. But because of the features that come with this light, I've been carrying this, and I mean, I think I'm liking it better than the M2R Warrior. I mean, I love their smooth beam, but these are pretty similar. I mean, they're really similar beams, and we'll do some night shots here in a minute. But for now, I'm carrying the MC11 Manker in my pocket. As much as I love Olight, because it's just smaller and more comfortable, and I love the switch. I like the momentary. I like the click. This one, they went for a tactical, we want you to be silent switch. So, I mean, you can barely hear it if you try, but I don't know if you're hearing that, but I don't know. This one, sometimes I feel like it's more difficult to push. You got to push it in too far. This one can give me a momentary much easier, and a click, and I like it. So we'll take them outside and see what they look like. All right. Well, that's the Manker MC11. I really like this light. I really like the design of it, the size of it, the clip. Doesn't come with any type of holster, but you don't need it. It's so small. You can just slide this in your pocket, or take the clip off. Also, if there's no electronic lockout on this light, so but all it takes is a little bitty twist to kill it. So, and it comes right back on with your switch on. See, so all it takes is that little bitty bit, and then also this one. It does not have a spring on the inside there, but I guess they got to cut down on size some kind of way. But so just so you know, there's only one spring on this one. It's on the tail cap. But this is it. That's the Manker MC11, 1300 lumens, only 118 grams, only 111 millimeters. It's a small light. Yeah, I mean, here's the M2R Warrior. It's a small light. I really like it. Alright, this is the Manker MC11. It's a good floodlight. It's got a wide, smooth beam. Doesn't go all that far out in the back. This is the Olight M2R Warrior. They have a very similar beam. MC11. This is the Manker. I love it. It's perfect for everyday carry. Let's go through the modes. So this is turbo. That's high. It's medium. That's low. And then there's a moonlight. And you You just can't hardly see it. This is the lowest mode, the moonlight. Beautiful. Perfect for if you're carrying a firearm and you want to be able to just illuminate a threat. Oh, you can see plenty and blind them. Walking around, dark alley, boom, 1300 lumens. Illuminates everything around you, I mean. Perfect. Good flood, everyday carry light. It's small enough, it illuminates everything. So the MC11 Manker. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. If you will, just go ahead and subscribe. Share my videos, that'd be great. And I appreciate it, guys. Let me know if you got any questions about this light. Hit me in the comments. Thanks for watching.